He's tired of this. You're tired of this. Everyone's tired of this. Where do the Jets go from here?
Where do they go?
Home.
Where do they go?
Where do they go from here?
It's the same. We're gonna see the same crap next week against the Bills, and then the same crap after that against the Dolphins. Watch them win one of those two games too. It's funny how when you have a quarterback who sucks like the Jets do, all the attention's always on the quarterback, and then the questions kind of graduate from the quarterback being so bad to the head coach, why are you playing him? He can't, to the coordinator, and it's one big cluster, you know what, and that's what the Jets are. But I will tell you again, yesterday's game, I know he throws the pick to Spillane there late as they're driving to maybe win the game. And going into that, before that interception, I may have thought that Zach Wilson, I maybe even said it out loud as possible, was the best 2-minute quarterback in football. Until that, and then that interception right there. But they did not lose the game yesterday because of Zach Wilson. That, frankly, is a tired narrative that, it's Zach Wilson's fault. Zach Wilson's fault. Right, yeah. The Jets committed 8 penalties yesterday. Zach committed none of them, right? C.J. Uzomah on the touchdown to Breece Hall. C.J. Uzomah, his second holding penalty of the day. And come on, C.J. Uzomah. You've caught 2 balls all year, and you got called for 2 holding penalties in yesterday's game. That takes a touchdown off the board, right? Garrett Wilson, can I show you a play?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, this is a great play dialed up by Nathaniel Hackett. All right, it's going to be give it to Garrett Wilson, and then Garrett Wilson's going to throw a pass. It's going to be an easy touchdown. Do we have it or not? Just tell me. All right, here it comes. Watch this play right here. Garrett Wilson, easy, wide open touchdown to Allen Lazard, and he throws the ball out of bounds.
Look how open this is.
Watch this one more time.
Look at the bottom of the screen.
One more time.
Wide open.
Now, that's not on Nathaniel Hackett. That's not on Zach Wilson. And that's an easy 6 points. And Garrett Wilson literally throws the ball out of bounds.
But look at the safety sprinting up to the line of scrimmage.
But this is the caveat. Prior to that play, he hurt his elbow. So if you're Nathaniel Hackett, why would you put the ball in his hand and make that type of play?
It's a 10-yard pass.
It doesn't matter.
Willie, with your
he
left
was on the
hand,
sideline grabbing his elbow prior to that.
You could make that throw with your left hand. You're
because I'm an athlete, right? Don't say anything. And so my point my point is, it's like, what do you want me to do? That's on Nathaniel Hackett.
That's not on Nathaniel Hackett. He gave the ball to his best player. His best player threw the ball out of bounds. Hey, look, there's a Make-A-Wish kid. Throw the ball. Great, awesome, there we go. Meanwhile, Allen Lazard, who, to be fair, probably would have dropped it because that's what he's done this year, is wide open for an easy touchdown. So, the Jets offense showed glimmers yesterday, but once again,
glimmers of what?
Could not score another touchdown. Look, Zach stepped out of bounds on a touchdown. Uzomah holding penalty on a touchdown, and Garrett throws the ball out of bounds on a touchdown. That's 3 touchdowns that we have taken away.
But so
ball, please.
A couple things that happened. Yeah, a couple things that happened.
Christmas.
Good hands. Anyway, a couple things that happened in the game was one, we had a Dalvin Cook sighting.
Yes, we did.
When he came out, he looked zippy, he looked fast. I said, okay, Dalvin Cook, we get a pick, right? What does it turn into? A field goal. So we're just
all field goals.
All field goals. So my point is that we're not playing complimentary football. We hate saying that word, but we're not doing it. The offense didn't look great, but they weren't god awful. No. You got to be able to score, and we're not able to do it right now.
Look, they were they were in Raiders territory 5 times yesterday.
Yeah.
No touchdowns. Right? So again, it's like being the tallest dwarf in the circus. That doesn't get you anything. I get it. But I'm sick and tired of this. It's all Zach Wilson's fault. It's lazy. Is he a good quarterback? Hell no, he's not. He's a bad quarterback, maybe the worst quarterback in football. You can make that argument. I'm not even going to try to argue against it. But to look at this game and blame last night's game again solely on Zach Wilson is just not right.
Yeah, that's not
Every
right.
possession was the exact same thing. Is move the ball, first down, another first down, a little bit of momentum, moving the ball, then penalty. Now it's 1st and 20, and then they get now 2nd and 15, and then you end up kicking the ball.
Jacoby, they also get penalties at the worst time.
Yes.
Like on 3rd down conversions,
they do.
Bring it back. Touchdowns, bring it back. And it's not. I'll tell you. It's hard.
But this is
it's hard being a Jet fan.
And
look,
let's talk about it.
He's got to do the post-game show. I get to have a drink and go to bed. You don't get to do that. It is hard being a Jet fan, a Panther fan, a Giant fan. Man, it stinks. It's hard. It's hard. It's getting to me.
The question is, where do the Jets go from here? In my humble opinion, I'm not a Jets fan. But I hate seeing Zach Wilson take all the blame for all this failure. So for me, if I am Nathaniel Hackett and we've tried to make this offense look like we can throw the ball, almost an offense where it's predicated on what Aaron Rodgers was able to do what Zach Wilson does best. Yeah. Allow him to run the ball. Yeah. When we see this offense at their best, you talk about 2-minute style offense, he's playing free, but he's also using his legs. He's getting out of the pocket. Yeah. And if you don't have your 1 second read, get out of the pocket and run. What this is going to do, it's going to require the defense to now assign a player to your quarterback because he is now like a Justin Fields or a Lamar Jackson type of a player where we know he's going to beat us with his legs. That will then in turn open up the picture, passing lanes, where you now have one less defender dropping into coverage, and it clears things up.
Can you guys show that interception again, but do it like in slow motion? Is that possible? We could do that real quick? Because, here's the problem with Zach Wilson. Slow down. He never looks to his left. Stop right there. Stop. Freeze it. Go back 2 frames, can you please? Can you just go backwards a teeny bit? Wind it backwards. Stop. Look at the top of your screen. Dude's wide open. Yeah. He's got a guy wide open. He's going to get a first down. He breaks 1 tackle. It's a touchdown. This is a problem for Zach because he's looking at one guy the whole way, which allows Spillane, the linebacker playing zone coverage, to jump in front of it. All he had to do was look to his left, and he doesn't have to worry about that play because he's got a guy wide open to his left.
But that
easy first down.
That man got picked off. The DB was biting on that. The problem also with that play right now is Spillane had a broken hand last week and he played, and he got a pick. So we just give
he throws a good softball. Give him credit for that. He throws a very catchable ball. But look, I hate that's a stupid question. I'm sorry. Where do the Jets go from here? They lick their wounds and they try to beat the Bills for the second time this year. Like the season's not over.
No.
It's close, but it's not over yet. And I'm going to hope that they can figure out how to beat the Bills again.
But I asked you a question during the break. Usually we talked about the Buffalo Bills having a players-only meeting last week, and Josh Allen spoke, and Latavius Murray stepped up and said something. It's because they feel like the Bills' offense is underperformed. If the Jets have a players-only meeting, who stands up in that room and speaks on behalf
of the offensive side?
Yes. That's the question.
Me?
But my point is, if they don't have anybody and there's nobody that can step up for them on the field, what are the Jets doing?
Yeah, but you're right. My only point is it's the entire offense. Like even last week with the loss to the Chargers, it's all Zach Wilson stinks, but no one talked about Lazard dropping a ball, Garrett fumbling and having 2 drops, the offensive line being terrible. It's a collective failure. And I'll put one other thing on the table. I know we're going long and that's too bad. Here's how we go, right? When I watch Josh Dobbs do what he's done in 2 weeks with the Minnesota Vikings, right? A team without their best player. Justin Jefferson's out. I again have to ask the question out loud. Why didn't the New York Jets general manager, Joe Douglas, pick up the phone and just make the call? And what do you want for Josh Dobbs, Arizona, right? And the fact that they didn't do that tells me that they want Zach to be the scapegoat. Yeah. They put him out there every week because he's an easy scapegoat. Last year of a contract. He's not coming back next year. We got screwed because Aaron got hurt. I can accept that story because it's true. Why are they not replacing him? Because he's the easiest guy to blame for all of our failures.
That's a great point because we expect Zach Wilson to get up on the podium and then own it, right? Be accountable.
Right.
And,
he has.
And he has. He has. Yeah. What we have not heard is the other guys stand up and say, you know what? I got to be better for my quarterback. We can't have self-inflicting penalties like we've had to put ourselves behind the chains and not give ourselves a chance. We don't hear enough of those things happening in that locker room. To your point, an offensive guy being able to stand up and be the voice of reason, whether it's Garrett Wilson, whether it's Uzama, it doesn't matter who it is. They have to show some form of accountability and take a little bit of this pressure off their quarterback because he's not a guy that's going to elevate the level of play of guys around him. They have to elevate his level of play.
Yeah, and real quick on C.J. Uzama, it's a good point after the game, and he had the biggest holding penalty of the game because it negated the Breece Hall touchdown, which obviously changes the outcome of the game. And he's like, man, we really got to get our act together. At no point did he say, I'm eating that loss. That's on me. I let the team down. And by the way, did we show the Hail Mary at the end of the game?
Yeah.
If you guys could show that one more time, there's an aspect to this that needs to be discussed because Zach Wilson does a great job evading, the.
That's Crosby.
I don't care about the interception.
But he evades Crosby.
But watch what happens here, and I want you to focus in on the end zone. Because great job by Zach getting away from the rush. He throws the ball, great arm into the end zone. Slow it down, though, guys, if you can. Tyler Conklin, let it go a little bit, knocks the ball right out of Garrett Wilson's hands. And I know it's a Hail Mary, but that was a chance again to win a game on the last play.
But Craig, even prior to late in the fourth quarter, Zach Wilson scrambles, throws a dime. It hit Garrett Wilson on the sideline right in the middle of the chest.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
Between two defenders. And I'm saying to myself, like,
that was a great pass.
That was a hell of a pass. It literally hit Garrett Wilson in the chest, and he dropped that.
Yeah.
And so my point, there's multiple opportunities throughout this game where you're like, oh, man, there's a play here, a play there, that they can honestly flip this game around, and it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, they stink. I may have to dig a hole today. I think I'm going to have to dig a hole.
You bring out the shovel?
I'm going to have to
shovel?
Yeah, I'm going to dig a hole. It's time to bury some things green. Hey there. Thank you so much for watching The Carton Show. You can subscribe right here to get all the latest bits and segments from the show. And by the way, while you're at it, we have a lot of great shows on FS1, so check them out too.